In 1 Samuel chapter 24, it gives us the story about Saul actually going into the cave of Adullam. And Saul went in there so that he could go to the bathroom. But he didn't know that David was already in there. Beginning with verse 3 through verse 7. David never took advantage of Saul. He cared for him when he didn't have to. He cared for him even when Saul was difficult to David. And so after Saul gets finished with his business, he comes out of the cave. David yells to him and says, "Oh, King Saul, I would never hurt you. I'd never turn on you, King Saul." And Saul blamed himself once again, but still, it wasn't enough. You see, that influenced Saul's life, and he turned around and walked away. That influenced Saul to that place. The next influence of my life. Now, all of these are really important because it's going to bring me to my point about influence. The next person that I have to have influencing me is a person who unlocks my gratitude. Is that being around certain people just makes you thankful. I just want to be thankful. Grace and gratitude, grace and gratitude. Showing grace, but always being thankful. Showing grace, but always being grateful. Showing grace, but always being willing to be thankful for all of the things that have come to my life. Grace and gratitude, grace and gratitude, grace and gratitude. Abigail, in 1 Samuel 25, she saw that her idiot husband, because that's what she called him. She said, "My husband, he's an idiot. He's just an idiot." What he did was, while David was protecting all of his sheep and lands so that no one could ever come to a place where they were going to attack Nabal's land. What he did was he protected them, and while he protected them, then Nabal actually treated two of his men unkindly when they were just asking for something to drink because they had been out at Nabal's place protecting it for over a month. They asked for something to drink, and they asked for some cakes of raisins. And what he did was he cut out the back of their robes so that they were ashamed. They were ashamed. And they went back to David, and David's mind was just absolutely enraged. He was so angry about what Nabal did that he was going to go and he was going to kill Nabal, his household, and destroy everything around him. But Abigail, when she heard about her idiot husband, she jumped on a donkey. She got herself some flasks of wine. She got actually some cakes of raisins and figs, and she went and she drove quickly on this mule. And she just kept running and running until she got to David. And when she got there, she fell on her face before David. And she said, "O king," she said, "God has put this kingdom in your hands, king. You will be king one day. But you do not want this blemish of murder upon the kingdom. It does not need to be founded in blood, in the murder of an idiot, insensitive husband. It doesn't need to happen that way." And right at that particular moment, David recognized, oh, wow. He said, "Woman, you are wiser than I. You're wiser than I am. Because you knew what I should do." 10 days later, Nabal died of a heart attack. And when Nabal died of this heart attack, it was 3 days after that David sent someone over to Abigail's home and said, How'd you like to have coffee? Because then she became David's wife. And he was a king. He was a king. You see, she unlocked his gratitude. There are people you have to have inside of your life that just unlock who you are. They make it easy to be who you are. It's so hard to be in life with people who consistently make you someone that you're not. But it's such a joy to be in life with somebody that actually helps you to be a better you than you could ever be on your own.